Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ale Pokémon channel, and today we have a very special video as at the time of this video going live yesterday, the new English set, Ascended Heroes, was officially released onto the world. I booked the day off work, I got up nice and early despite it being my day off so I could go out. It was pretty busy out there, you know, there was lots of queues. A lot of the places that I went to when Mega Revolution and Phantasmal Flames dropped were sold out. Like, basically they had queues out the door pretty much straight away and sold out almost immediately. I did pretty well though, I managed to get quite a few bits and pieces, so that's really cool. I'm very excited for this set. There's some really cool artworks. I do wonder if this is going to be one of the new like prismatics in terms of it's going to end up being insane, but I guess we'll see. Only time will tell in terms of that. Like I say, I managed to pick up quite a lot of stuff. We're opening up a couple of things today. I also got some other things for some friends who weren't able to pick them up directly. And I've got a couple of bits and pieces left over to open off camera as well. So that'll be fun. But yes, I should probably get into my usual preamble. So do please consider liking and subscribing. If you do enjoy the video, it means a lot. I believe we're currently 105 subscribers. I actually met a couple of people out and about and just mentioned in conversation I had a YouTube video and they both subscribed. So shout out to them. Will specifically, if you're watching this, shout out to Will. I ended up hanging out with him. He was a really cool dude and we went around most of Stockport together looking for stuff. But yeah, and then of course, as I always mention, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AlePokemon25 if you're interested in doing so. But without any further ado, let's get into it. So we've got two products to open today. First of all is one of the tech sticker collections. We picked up a few of these. There's a Ghastly one and a Charmander one. I have got a Charmander one, but again, that's one of the ones I'll be opening up outside of videos, but that's the first thing we've got. And then this one's a little bit weird. So this is the Larry's 2-pack blister. Now, my understanding and the understanding of a lot of people who I talked to was that these were delayed. So the only place that had these was Smith's, which if you're not familiar, it's a big toy basically retailer in the UK. You know, they do video games, physical toys, card games, like all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that was the only place that had them of all the places I went to today, as far as I know. So that's a little bit weird. But also, some of the people who were at Smith's apparently didn't get given them, people who were even in the queue before me. So that was a bit strange, but I was one of the people who did get one. So like I say, we're going to have 5 packs of the new set to open up today. Some nice stuff to look at. Because this is one of the special sets, they're doing the kind of strange staggered release where like these are the only products available now. In a couple of weeks, I think the ETB and something else drops. Then in another couple of weeks, something else drops. So there's a vague chance I might pick up more from this set when other stuff drops. But I'm just going to see how things play out. I was saying to my friend that generally speaking, as long as I get some of the new set to open on the channel, I'm pretty happy with that. Often, like I say, demand is really high when a new set comes out. Based on today, that is going to be the case, because apparently there was even people scrapping in one of the shops, and like I say, everywhere had queues. So this may well be one of those sets that is going to be a lot more in demand, but we shall see. But anyway, I've waffled enough. You're here to see the packs.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
I'm enjoying this scene.
Get on with it.
And see the cards and see what happens. So I think we'll start off with the Larry 2-pack blister. So we'll rip into this. Let's see how good of a job I can do of getting into it in one go. Okay, not a bad start. Okay, not too bad. So let's get rid of all this cardboard to get to the much more valuable cardboard inside. So we have a little plastic insert. How exciting. We have 2 packs of Ascended Heroes. Very nice. We'll look at them in a second. First of all, we have the Larry coin. One of the gold style of coins. These are a lot cooler. These sort of larger silver ones, like they're okay, but I do think the smaller golder ones with the sparkle effect I prefer those overall. So that's pretty cool. Like I always say, I'm not really a coin person, but you know, not going to complain. At some point, I'll probably sort through, and I don't even know how people store these things, but at some point, I'll have a look through the ones I've got and put them to one side maybe. And then we also get the Larry's Kamala promo. So that's a nice one. Of the Cosmos Hollow. As you can see, this one is actually from Ascended Heroes as well. So one of the cards from the set. So we will sleeve that up. That will go in our promo binder with our Mega Evolution promos that we've got so far. Admittedly, only a couple of them, but yeah, I've got a couple of them. It's a cute card. He's there, cuddling his little coconut, I assume that is. Lethargic Charge and Dozing Draw. He's a sleepy little koala. Although that is what koalas are like. They do love to sleep a lot. So we'll pop that to one side. Actually, we'll pop it in the background. Why not? Pop that there in the background. Very nice. And then we'll get into what we are here for. The 2 packs of Ascended Heroes. Like I say, I think this is going to be one of those packs because it's just got so many. Like, there's Dragonite, there's like literally just on the hour, Dragonite, Pikachu, Ho-Oh, Charizard, Mewtwo, Lucario. Like, those are some of the biggest hitters in all of Pokemon. Like, usually you might get one of these Pokemon featured in a set, and this has got all of them, and it's a very big set as well. So I'm not really surprised that there were so many people looking for them. But yeah, let's crack into it and see what's inside and if we're going to have any luck. Obviously, we've got 5 packs total. I'd hope we get something out of that, at least one hit, but we shall see. Like I said, I've got more to open, and I also did pick up a couple actually, of the Pokemon Day 2026 boxes, so that will most likely be the next video on the channel. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely come back for that. I just realised we're 6 minutes in and I haven't even opened a pack yet. Too much chuntering on my part. So we're going to take off the code card. We always guess the energy around here. I believe you can get hollow energies in here too. So I'm going to go with... Psychic was the first one that popped into my head. And no, it is just a regular lightning energy. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So first of all, we have Scraggy pulling his pants up. I forgot to say as well, there's Executor in this set. So that is a hit. Even if we get a regular Executor, I'll be very happy with that. So first off, we've got Scraggy, like I said, pulling up his pants. Larry's Starly, the cute little burb. And Erica's Tangler, that's a nice artwork. Tangler chilling out with the flowers. He's a happy little fella, isn't he? It's weird, like, he hasn't got really any, like, other than the eyes, got no facial expressions, but you can still tell that he's he's just a happy little chap. We have a Noibat with Knick-Knack carrying and Bite. Again, out in the woods, there's a little lamp in the back. Lantern, I think, sorry. Maybe it's the word. Lamp, I don't know. It's one of the two. But that's a nice card. Oh, a Charmeleon. One of the classic fellas. That's very nice. An Air Balloon. The retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 2 energy less. A Larry's Staravia, so we can evolve our Starly. So this pack from the Larry... blister seems to be quite Larry themed. We've got a Nighttime Mine reverse. Attacks used by each Terra Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, cost 1 energy more. Can't imagine that being super useful. I mean, maybe there are Terra cards that are in the meta, but we have a Pignite reverse. Now, with this, I'm not exactly sure what these are called, but there's regular reverses, and then there's also these, like, it's a type of Pokeball, but there's these other reverse as well. So I think this is technically a hit in this set because you're not guaranteed this type, I don't think. Again, it's brand new. I don't know a massive amount about it, but I think that's counted as a hit. And on the end, again, Cynthia's Garchomp EX. I'm getting tongue-tied.
One journey through space later.
But that's really awesome. So, wow, first pack, and we've already got a hit. Just a regular EX, but Garchomp is a very cool Pokemon. That is a very nice looking card. And like I say, the Pignite, I'm just going to call it a Pokeball card. I know this is a specific type of Pokeball, but I don't know what exactly it is. So let's take these bad boys and get them sleeved up. There we go. Our Cynthia's Garchomp. Lovely. So we've already got a hit. So that's pretty awesome. And then we also, of course, got the Pignite as well. So we'll pop that in the background. But yeah, like I said, I think this is like with Prismatic Evolutions and the other ones that have had Pokeballs and White Flare and Black Bolt, where, like I said, this one isn't a guarantee. It's not a guarantee you get one of these. Like I said, I could be proven wrong later, so apologies if that is the case, but I think that's not a guarantee. So technically, if I'm right, 2 hits out of that first pack. So nothing to complain about there at all. We have another pack as well to crack into. Only 10 cards down. I can't help but think back to the Phantasmal Flames opening and pulling that Charizard. I don't think we're going to repeat that luck, I'm not going to lie, but you can dream, can't you? So let's take off the code card. For the energy, I'm going to say Grass Energy. And it's another Lightning Energy. Interesting. Back-to-back Lightning Energies. Could that mean something? Who knows? Let's get into it. Oh, we have the regular Larry's Kamala. Again, seem to be quite Larry-themed, these packs. We have a Dreepy. Now, this is one thing I'm not a massive fan of, when they reuse arts in multiple sets. Like, come on. You're worth so much money. Surely you could pay an artist to do a different Dreepy design. Like, again, I know I'm probably nitpicking, but a lot of what I like is seeing the arts, and when it's like I say, I'm pretty sure this is an identical art from another set. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly sure I've seen this recently. Oh, a Chikorita. That's a very nice card. That's one of the, I think, will feel like one of the more iconic starters. Chikorita. I believe Chikorita is the second generation. I could be wrong. A Helioptile doing a happy little dance. That's very cute. Ooh, a Team Rocket's Dugtrio looking very serious with their furrowed eyebrows. They're about to kick off. Ooh, a Raichu doing a massive, well, strong volt according to the card, but that's awesome. Looks like it's battling at night time. Using its insane electric powers. That's pretty awesome. A Team Rocket's Hypnotizer. That's a bit scary.
Scary! Shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
If the Team Rocket's Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if this Team Rocket's Pokemon is knocked out, the attacking Pokemon is now asleep. Interesting. Okay, so we got another of these reverses. So my understanding is there's reverses that have an energy stamp on like this, reverses that have a Pokeball on like this, and then also Team Rocket ones, because I know full well that the Executor has a Team Rocket version. So again, I don't think these are guaranteed, so again, I'm going to take that as a success. That's something that we've pulled. Okay, another one. Again, so this is another ball. Again, maybe it's based on the type, so maybe all grass Pokemon have this. Again, I'm going to stop saying that I don't know, but I don't know, so apologies. And then on the end, just a Lunatone, but that's a nice artwork. Is that another Pokemon there? No, it's something, is it? Oh, no, it's just some trees. I thought this down here was like a Pokemon in the background or something, but no, just some trees off in the distance, but that's a nice reverse. So, again, I feel like we're doing okay, because, like, say, 3 of our reverses were these fancy ones, but again, I could be totally wrong. It might be then, just as common as the regular reverses. So 2 packs down. Apologies if you can hear any noise in the background. Oakley's got the crazy zoomies right now, so he's charging around like an absolute mad lad. But yeah, 2 packs down, already got a hit, and now we still have our tech sticker collection to open. So let's get into this as well. Like I say, I think I'm right in saying that I've got one other free tech sticker. One that, to me, I'd like to say I bought more, but I've picked up at least 3 for other people. So, not being selfish, making sure the homies are hooked up as well, that they get to try a bit of the new set. It's like, say, I booked the day off, but people can't do that all the time. So you've got to rep for the friends, for the homies when you can, and hook them up. So yeah, I've got one other free tech sticker. I've got, like I said, I've got 2 of the Pokemon Day 2026 boxes, one of which will be opened on the channel, and one of which I will open in my own time. So again, we have some more packs, 3 of them specifically this time. We'll take out the plastic insert and get our 3rd pack. We'll pop them to one side. We have our stickers, a Gengar and a Ghastly. Of course, getting the Gengar would be awesome, but I think that's one, the SIR specifically, that's probably one of the biggest chase cards from the set, to be honest. But to be honest, any Gengar would be cool. Gengar's a very cool Pokemon in general, so I don't think anybody would complain about pulling one. And then on the end, we have the Ghastly with Petty Grudge. Again, a Cosmos Holo, so that will go into our collection of promos. I just realised I used the wrong sleeve. How could I? So if you don't know, I colour code my cards with sleeves. So black backgrounds is promos, silvers is normally X's and that kind of thing, and then golds are for any secret rares. So yes, that's how I colour code my binders in terms of the sleeves. So got to get the right one on there. And then we'll put Cynthia's, like I was just saying, in a silver one. I just wasn't paying attention, just grabbed the first one that was within reach. So there we go. Again, another quick look at that card. Very cool. Pop that back there. There we go. Let's get rid of the last bit of rubbish. And here we go. 3 packs. I've already got a binder put aside for this set, so later on I will put our 50 cards into the binder. I imagine there's going to be a lot of gaps. How many cards are there in this set? Yeah, 217 in the normal set. That's mental. Like, I think the biggest ones that I know I'm collecting is like, there's a couple of like 160 to 180. And I believe I'm right in saying this is the biggest set ever, I think. I saw somebody that said that was the case. So here we go, pack number 3. I feel like we've already done fairly well. Even just with the EX, like I say, even if the reverses aren't really anything, or, they're not like a special hit, or I'm not being lucky. I feel like we're doing okay. For the energy, I'm feeling a fire energy this time. I know it's a darkness energy. So we're all for 3 so far on the energies. Okay, and here we go. Scraggy again, pulling up his pants. Scraggy was in the pack that had the hit in. Maybe that's a good sign. A Larry Starley again. And Erica's Tangler again, starting to get deja vu. A Noibat. A Pangoro, who is a big serious looking fella. Looks like he's chilling, enjoying the scenery. Very nice. A Team Rocket's Transceiver. Search your deck for a supporter card that has Team Rocket in its name. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Pignite. Looking very serious, standing by the rocks there with Super Singe, which you can use to burn your opponent's Pokemon. A Team Rocket's Meowth Energy Reverse. That's very nice. But again, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same artwork from Destined Rivals. We have a Totodile Pokeball thing, and then on the end, just an Erica's Victory Bell. But that is a really nice art. That's very nice. Look at that. Looks like he's sitting on a bench in some sort of, like, I'm guessing this is like a greenhouse, something like that, where they grow tropical plants, which would make sense. That would be a good place for a Victory Bell to hang out, nice and humid, to suit itself. So yeah, like I say, I'm starting to think like these probably aren't something special just because of the number of them that we've got. And also, I'm guessing it's not type based because these are different types and it's got the same Pokeball design on it. So that's what I'm going to have a look into. And yeah, out of all of the hits so far, only one of them's been a regular reverse. So yeah, not sure what the situation is there. I'll have a look into it later on and find out. So here we go. Penultimate pack. Pack number 4. Still keeping our fingers crossed for another hit. I'd love to get some kind of secret rare. That would be awesome. One of the illustration rares would be lovely. Again, this is a set that seems to not want to open from the back, so I guess we will go from the front. Of course, there are God packs in this set. I actually saw a video of somebody who got one earlier. So that would be literally the most insane thing ever. So let's take off the code card. For the energy this time, Metal was the first one that came to mind. And no, it is a water energy, so we're still 0 for 4. Hopefully you're doing better at home. And here we go. Okay, a Tool Scrapper. Choose up to 2 Pokemon tools attached to Pokemon, yours or your opponent's, and discard them. A Psyduck. This is a very relatable card. He's just like, why? What is life? What is going on here? Holding onto his head, staring up to the sky. We can all relate it sometimes, Psyduck. An Iono's Wattrel. A Marill from Ascended Heroes. A Team Rocket's Doug Trio. Come on, I'd love an Exeggutor. Give me an Exeggutor, please. An Enstar Manitan, a Team Rocket Petrol, which lets you search your deck for a trainer card and put it in your hand, a Pancham Energy Reverse, a Roly-Coly Pokeball Reverse, oh, and there we go, on the end, a Dragapult EX. So we're doing pretty damn well here. That's 2 EXs out of 4 packs, which I would definitely consider pretty good going. Again, I'm pretty sure maybe all the arts are reused or a lot of them are reused and I'm just not familiar with that, but that is another nice little hit there. So we're going to pop this in the background as well with our promos and our Cynthia's Garchomp. There we go. So it's looking a bit uneven. It'd be nice if we had one more just to even things up a bit. I'm just saying, Pokemon gods, if you could sort that out so we can have a nice clean line at the end, that would be lovely. But here we go. It's time for the final pack. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed checking out the new set, and that you've managed to get some as well, if that's something you're trying to do. Fingers crossed for you all at home, because I know it has been tricky, like say, even for the people who could get out and about at 9 o'clock this morning. Again, we still didn't get a massive amount, and to be honest, I managed to get a fair bit more because I knew of like a kind of, not a secret spot, but a spot that I knew people wouldn't really go to. So we actually got free things from there when we went in. Energy time. Let's have a guess. I'm going to say grass. Grass was the first one that came to mind. And no, it is a fire energy. So well done if you got one at home. We're 0 for 5 on the energies. But let's crack into the final pack from Ascended Heroes. First up, we have Ens Vanillite, the little ice cream Pokemon. Dreepy. I feel like I've got a lot of doubles considering how many cards there are in this set. A Team Rocket's Execute, close to our boy. We want the Executor, but that's still pretty good. A Salandit. Looks like it's doing a big old shout, a big screech, whatever noises Salandits make. An Anthea and Concordia. I'm not reading all that. An Enstar Manitan again. An Erica's Weeping Bell, so we can use that to evolve into the Victory Bell holo we pulled earlier. A Tepig Energy Reverse. That's cool. He looks a bit knackered there, to be honest with you. He's like he's just done a big run or something. A Frosmoth Pokeball, and on the end, this is one of the new cards, and it's one of the ones that I'd want. It's the, what are they called? Battle Attack Rares or something? And it's the Mega Hawlucha. So you can see at the bottom, it's got, I think it's like a gold and a silver. But yes, hell yeah, that is awesome. Like I said, this is, if I was picking, because Mega Hawlucha, in case you didn't know, Hawlucha is the wrestling Pokemon, and I do love wrestling. So that is one of the ones I would have wanted. So that is awesome. So colourful. If you don't know, this here is the name of its attack. So that'll be Somersault Dive in Japanese. And then in Japanese, it's obviously the reverse. This is in English. So that is awesome. So colourful. Beautiful. So I can't really complain, It's not on the level of pulling the SIR Charizard. But, I mean, come on. 5 packs, 3 hits, 2 EXs. I mean, to be fair, I would have been fairly happy with 2 EXs. But 2 EXs... And then again, I can't remember if it's Special Attack Rare or Battle Attack Rare. I'll put it up on the screen because I'm sure I've said it wrong. But that is lovely. The SIR of this is awesome too, of the Mega Hawlucha, but that's great. I'm not really sure. I don't know if these are replacing Ultra Rares or like technically a step above. Like sort of above Ultra Rares and below SIR, so that's another thing I'm going to have to look into. But yes, that was an incredibly successful video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I certainly have, especially with this tasty bit of last pack magic. Like say with one of the boys that I would have wanted. If you were asking me which ones would I want, this would have been one of them. I hope you managed to get your hands on some as well. Like I said, next week we will be opening the Pokemon Day 2026 box, and also a couple of other packs that I'm going to add on as well, just to make it a bit of a longer video. But yeah, we've done really well. Thank you very much for watching. As I mentioned at the start of the video, do consider liking and subscribing. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if that is your bag. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Mega Hawlucha, what a handsome boy. And peace.